Thank you. It's back to the minister again. Well, over 800,000 children will be impacted on Monday, and all you could say was teachers have a general desire to strike. And that's simply not true. This Liberal government introduced Bill 122 and guaranteed a clear and consistent framework that works for all parties. And you know what? We know that's not working. The Wynne government said this process has clear roles and responsibilities. Apparently, it hasn't been clear to you. Your role is to get a deal done, and your responsibility is to keep these kids in the classroom.
Minister of Economic Development.
Step down or do your job. Will you promise these kids that they will be able to finish their school year?
Do something.
And I repeat what I've repeated over and over and again, is that the only way that we will resolve this situation is by negotiating a collective agreement. I actually believe that the teachers would prefer to be in the classroom for those that are out, that those who are being told to work to rule and withdraw things like preparing report cards or refusing to do the QAO test, refusing to take part in math. I believe those teachers would actually really prefer to be doing their whole job. Certainly the children want to be in the classrooms.
Answer.
Parents want them in the classrooms. But the only way we can fix this is to negotiate. And unlike you, I do believe that...
Thank you. Final supplementary.
Well, thank you very much to the minister. Thank my speak to the minister. The Premier said she was going to light a fire underneath these negotiations. Well, apparently it's not hot enough yet. The teachers and the students in Peel have been out for 4 days. In Rainbow Sudbury, they've been out for 9 days.
This is your mess.
And now they're out for 14 days in Durham, Mr.
Many people seem to want to give a question and answer, so let's just settle down. Please, sir.
So, Mr. Speaker, that's 72,000 students out of the classroom right now. And by the way, it is your mess, okay? Another day goes by, and the students are still out of the classroom. Over 800,000 students, Mr. Speaker, could be affected as early as Monday. Each day is a day closer to prom and graduation, and you have to quit using these students as pawns. Yeah. Minister, why won't you resign and let someone who is willing to actually work get the job done?
Here, here. You seated, please. You seated, please. Thank you. No. I will remind you that when I stand, I want quiet. No last shots.
I do need to remind the member opposite that their solution of how to manage the education system was to fire 22,700 education workers and teachers. They seem to not believe me, but I'd like to quote from a
Finish, please.
I'd like to remind...
I can get my exercise. Next person that does it will get named. And I'll make sure you hear that. You want to play that game? I will name you. Carry on.
I would remind the member opposite of an exchange during the last election when the leader of their party was asked, will it mean fewer teachers? And the response was, it does. It will mean fewer teachers in our system. So I would like to remind you that that was their response. I have a totally different response.
Answer.
I want to negotiate a collective agreement, but I do need people on the other side to come to the table because it takes somebody else to...
New question, leader of the third party.